Swipe Up, episode 228, the podcast where I share my unfiltered thoughts on the latest news and entertainment updates. I'm your host, Ray Taylor. Florida teachers are walking on eggshells trying to follow school book bans because that is what happens in the fascist state of Florida in the year 2023. It's not burning books, it's just banning books. We need to have our books vetted by somebody who's going to say if they're appropriate or not. A new law in Florida requires all books to go through a formal approval process before being made available to public school students. Parents and residents can lodge objections to course materials, and conservative groups have already lobbied for more than 150 books to be removed from Florida school libraries. The law does not directly address penalties for unvetted books, but the text cites Florida Statute 847.0212, which makes it a felony to distribute sexually obscene materials to minors. So then the Bible should not be available to minors. There's a lot of rape in the Bible, I'm pretty sure, and that's sexually obscene on many levels. But they don't seem to mind about that. That's the one kind of disturbing piece of literature they want to use to indoctrinate the kids. But everything else, if they consider it to be just the mere mention of anything other than straight humans existing, is too much for them. And the reason why these things are vague is so that they can be abused. There's a reason why they don't specify exactly what gets punished or what the punishment is, because they want to be flex. They want to be able to punish as many people for as many ridiculous things in order to put out exactly what they want, to indoctrinate and groom the kids into fascism, into Christian nationalist fascist little drones. Teachers are covering up their bookshelves or removing them altogether because of the new law. Obviously, if it's vague, you don't know, why even risk it? Which is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's insane. It's insane that people think that Ron DeSantis is the more reasonable choice for a conservative person to run for president. He is no different, if not even worse than Trump. It is mind-blowing, the people that support that guy. Moving them all together, new law. Because of the new law, leaving schools in limbo for months and uncertain how to proceed. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has promoted a variety of staunchy conservative education laws, including banning a college-level course known as critical race theory, which no conservative knows what it means. Basically means if they feel uncomfortable, it should be gone. They need their safe space to be everywhere. They need to exist. They need the United States to be the safe space of conservative snowflakes. Nothing should exist, including actual history, shouldn't exist if it makes them feel at all uncomfortable. And all you have to do is label it as critical race theory, which is the dumbest thing. They refer to whatever they don't like as woke, which is absolute. Just listening to conservatives try to define or describe what woke is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. So including banning critical race theory and prohibiting LGBTQ topics, can't even mention the topics, from being discussed in a classroom from kindergarten through third grade. Just shouldn't acknowledge a vast majority of human beings. Shouldn't even be acknowledged. Just don't exist. They don't want them to exist because they're too fragile. Too fragile. Poor little babies. Oh, we can't know that people are express reality in a variety of ways. They love people who might have the same genitalia as them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, we can't have that. Ridiculous. Educators say that their confusion stems from the legislation itself, with the murkiness of the laws, finer points only serving to exacerbate that. No kidding. Violating the book law could result in a felony of the third degree. Oh, great. Felony for a vague. I don't know if it's against the law or not, but if they feel like it, yeah, you're gonna have to deal with a felony. Good luck with your employment after that, right? Cops could kill somebody in cold blood on camera and have better job security after that than a teacher who may have a book that acknowledges sexuality other than straight. A book that acknowledges that slavery existed, acknowledges that white people bought and sold human beings, raped human beings, bought and sold children. Oh, it makes us uncomfortable to know what happened. So now you have to deal with a felony. Disobeying the law could result in penalties against teachers, teaching certificates, right? So unlike a cop who kills somebody and might get fired by one department and just goes next door and gets hired by another department, not so much with a teacher just trying to do their job, being completely underpaid. Many Florida teachers are employed on annual contracts rather than being tenured, leaving them vulnerable to these penalties. Right? It is amazing how under attack education is in this country. Meanwhile, on a regular basis, we have high-def video proof of police officers murdering unarmed men, women, and children. And all they have to say is, I feared for my life. Yet if there is a mass shooter, his legitimately armed, like white, legitimately armed with a assault rifle, they don't fear for their life and are able to obtain that person without any incident. Right? But unarmed people, oh, watch out. Police might kill you, and then they have to go on unpaid leave, or maybe paid leave. But teachers, that's the real problem. Don't educate our kids on everything. Teachers are walking on eggshells because of the new law and are being forced to self-censor in order to avoid penalties. It's just ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. I don't know who would want to be a teacher, and this is exactly what they want. They don't want people to be teachers. They don't want public education to exist. They literally would love to have the ability to indoctrinate their kids, to groom their kids to be the next generation of domestic terrorists, to groom their kids to believe in all of their racist bullshit, to think that white people have never done anything wrong. They only do good things in the world, right? Just let them grow up in an absolutely delusional reality. I'm so tired of this country. And it's not even my state. Not that other states are great.
New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.